friends. Welcome back to another episode of Two Idiot Girls.
Woo.
So for this week, we had all of you send in your burning questions for us.
Yes.
Because instead of us asking you questions, we wanted you to do all the work this time.
We never ask you guys questions.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we go, what are the weird things you did as a kid?
I thought you were saying all the questions. Like, all we do is ask them questions the entire time. I was like, we don't do that.
Oh, what? As if I
Never
don't.
mind.
Anyways, so a lot of them are really funny. A lot of them are kind of serious.
Okay.
Pretty good mix. But I'm excited. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So this first one's from someone who doesn't want us to use their name. And she said, what is your go-to fast food breakfast order?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. My go-to.
Is that your favorite meal of the day? Would you say breakfast?
No, I'm an equal rights opportunist. I think
You like
all
every meal of the day?
breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I love them all.
Breakfast is, well, I guess it's a type of food is what I'm thinking. I think breakfast food's my favorite.
I
type of
love
food.
breakfast food.
Yeah.
I fuck heavy with breakfast food. I just don't discriminate very often when it comes to food or time of day to
Sure.
eat the food. I would say if we're talking, you said fast food, so I'm thinking drive-through.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm going a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit.
From where?
McDonald's. Can't go wrong. Their bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits, they put something in there, something extra.
Remember
Those-
when they dropped McGriddles and we were so excited and then we went to go get one and we were so pissed
McGriddles
off?
are so gross.
They're
and
disgusting.
It's so funny because Billy loves McGriddles. I fucking hate
so
them.
the bread is pancakes, is it not?
Yeah. They're like soaked in syrup too.
It's disgusting.
It's too much. It's too much. And it gets real claggy in the fucking mouth, you know? I was telling
What
telling
is
her
that?
claggy. It's Great British
I
Bake
know
Off.
it is, yeah.
It's just when it all meshes together and it's just like it's too much.
Okay.
Like too
Is it like heavy?
yeah, like stick to the roof of your mouth.
Oh,
like
I
that.
hate that.
Yeah, that's how it feels when
Like
I
when I
eat.
eat hot Cheeto puffs, I hate that they get stuck around my fucking gums.
I'll eat that. I don't care.
No, that I don't care
That's a risk I'm willing to take.
stupid.
But yeah, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting 2 of them. And then
course.
a hash brown.
Uh-huh.
And then an orange juice.
Yeah. I would agree with fast food breakfast. That's places like that coffee doesn't taste good with it. You gotta have an orange juice.
Yeah. Gotta
Like you
take
get a
the
coffee,
Minute Maid.
but you drink the coffee after you're done.
Even then.
Just to have one.
Yeah, even then. The coffee's too much for me there. But like now that I'm older. But
Yeah.
like when I was younger, I'd be like,
Yeah, breakfast food for me is a little difficult, even though I love breakfast food, especially at fast food
No.
restaurants because
Yeah.
everything has fucking eggs in it.
yeah.
So one time I went to Carl's Jr. and they had a breakfast burrito that had like eggs and cheese and like hash browns in it and like meat. And I told them I don't want any eggs or cheese. Just put the hash browns and like Beyond Meat in there. And she said, okay, this lady literally cut a Beyond hamburger patty in half and put it in there with like 3 hash browns. Did I eat it? Yes. Was it delicious? Also, yes. But
Yuck.
I'm trying to think. Like if we go to like little places that have like more options that are considered fast food, I don't want to name them because it's a secret spot for our family. But
Yeah.
there I'll get like
I'll say one that's like in Crown Town.
okay.
But it's not only in Corona. There's like, because that's obviously like where I went to high school and
Is
stuff.
it what's
It's
it?
Burger Basket.
Burger Basket. Okay.
Yeah, Burger Basket. But that's also, I've heard before, because I feel like I've mentioned Burger Basket before. I feel like that's in other places too.
But it's not called
In
Burger
California.
Basket.
Yeah.
I think in like other places in the IE they call it Yellow Basket.
Oh, yes.
But
Yes.
for
yes,
whatever
yes.
reason, the one in Corona is Burger Basket.
Yeah, it's in the IE though. So it's all over the IE. It's
Yeah.
not just in Corona, but that's the one I used to go to as a kid.
with the breakfast burritos.
Their breakfast burritos.
I was thinking of a different place, but similar to that our family likes. And I'll get like sourdough toast, no butter, and then a side of avocado, and then I make avocado toast.
Boo. But I think
And then a fuck ton of hash browns.
if we're talking like regular sit down breakfast, I love an omelet.
Eggs Benedict.
I love eggs Benedict, but I have to be in the mood for it though. But I love like either an omelet or like just like a scramble of some sort with like veggies and eggs and stuff and
yeah.
meat and cheese. Yeah. And then pancakes on the side.
Yeah, if we go to restaurants and they have breakfast burritos, I'll have them leave everything in it except for the eggs and the meat. And ask them to put potatoes in there. But
breakfast burritos, I have to like be in the mood for.
Yeah.
And it has to be from a very specific place like Burger Basket
Yeah.
or like something else. Like it has to be very
because
specific.
at restaurants, it's not a breakfast burrito, it's sauteed veggies inside a tortilla.
Yeah, and
same.
I'd rather just eat it without that.
I agree. Okay, we got that one done.
Yes.
Okay, next one. This is from Rosanna. She said, what are your high as heck munchie snack?
Oh, man. Let me tell you.
I don't know that I have one. When I get high, it gets so weird. I don't want to talk or eat, and I just sit there and
Not
drink water.
me. I eat like I haven't eaten in a week. And that's like so annoying to me because I feel like that's so stereotypically smoking weed. But like honestly, it's not because I'm hungry, which is probably a bad thing, but it's because everything tastes so much better when you're high. Like when you're high and you eat something that you already like not high, it's like times a million.
Yeah, the other day I baked cookies when I was high, and I was so scared that I would forget about the oven that the whole time I sat on my couch and just stared at the oven like this until it went off. And those tasted pretty good. But I'm not like, I don't really care about eating when I'm high. I don't know.
No, I cannot eat when I'm high, but like, when you do. Like, I remember one time me and Billy ordered like a really fancy steakhouse. We like door dashed it and I ate it high. Dude, I would have thought like I was at like I was literally somewhere in like Europe, like eating it. Like
you're like having a vision that Emil has or Remy has.
When he's describing the food,
that's you, and
that was me. Like you would have thought I was at a Michelin star restaurant, like the way I was eating it. Dude, I ate it all the courses. Like I had like the like Caesar salad. Obviously, one thing about me, I'm gonna fuck up a Caesar salad. And then like I had like a steak, and then we had like lobster mac and cheese, and then I had a cheesecake. Dude, oh my god, it just tasted so good. But staples, I would say like some kind of hot chip. So whether it's hot Cheeto Puffs or like Doritos Tapatios and some kind of sweet. So like the Brookies that I've been seeing so many of you.
Did you get some?
No, I haven't gotten any myself yet.
Oh, y'all, the pumpkin spice Oreos are so good. I'll give you one, even though I don't want to, but I'll give you one.
Just give me some and I'll try it. Because what if I don't like them?
I put them in a Ziploc bowl. That's what
Just let me try it and I'll let you know if I like it.
Tomorrow.
The Brookies though, so many of you have been getting them because you're like, Drew said these were good. I tried them. They're fucking fire.
Wait, okay. So
told y'all.
Explain it to me again. So is it the regular Oreo cookie and then the filling is like chocolate chip cookie dough?
There's like, okay, so there's brownie and there's also cookie dough.
Yeah.
So
and that's the filling?
And it's inside with the Oreo
bits.
Like the Oreo is still surrounding it.
Yeah.
But then the next layer is like brownie. And then the next layer is like chocolate chip cookie dough.
I gotta see them. I still don't understand them.
And then the inside is the white filling, like the cream. So like it's like still a sandwich, but there's just multiple layers inside of it.
I have to see them. I don't understand. But
fire, dude. Oh,
they're probably not vegan. I probably can't have them.
Probably not. But so many. Well, yeah, because the cookie dough and the brownie. But so many people are like, I was a little skeptical and I tried them and they're so good. Get high and try them.
Nabisco, why are you not sponsoring her yet?
And you know what's funny is Billy brought those home for me randomly because he goes, he knows I like to eat little snacks like that, and he was like, "These just looked good, so I got them because I thought you'd like them."
That's right. You
certified.
We laugh at our brother because he cannot have dinner without dessert. Like he'll like, I think
he's one of those that like needs to have a dessert.
He'll like combust and on the spot, but
his whole day's thrown off.
Yeah, he's like, I don't even know what to think.
Yeah. You know, like, do you remember that part in The Office when he's like singing the names of the people they have to go visit with Pam?
Okay.
It's Andy, right? Mm-hmm. And then she cuts him off. She goes, 304. All right. Because she didn't want to hear the song. And he goes, you didn't let me finish the melody. And then she's like, well, you didn't need to because I did. And then he goes, well, now my hearing's going to be off because it's going to bother me that I didn't finish the melody. That's literally him.
If he doesn't have dessert.
With dessert, yeah.
I know he's going to come to my house and be like, so.
Hey, sis, you gotta need dessert? Well, don't let him fool you. I let him eat a big ass cookie already.
No, I know. I saw it. He even told me. I was like,
he's like, can I just have both of these? Because there's two. They're fucking big.
Yeah, they're the chocolate chip ones, right?
Yeah.
He came in here and was helping me. And he was all eating it. I'm all, dessert before dinner, huh? Nice. Okay. This next one's from Alexis, and she wants to know, nothing crazy or silly, but what are your top favorite bands or artists at the moment?
Okay, nothing crazy or silly.
Well, she's saying, I think her burning question wasn't crazy or silly. Not like you can't mention anything. That
I thought she was saying, don't be silly as an answer for real.
She's like, don't you dare.
I swear to fucking God if you don't answer this seriously. Okay, favorite bands or artists right now?
Yeah. for me, Fletcher is so important to me right now. It's kind of insane.
I'd like to say I found Fletcher a long time ago.
Right.
I did.
I know, you're right.
On my own.
You're right.
And I told Dason about her, so.
But I had already known about her because she was dating a famous YouTuber.
No, I know. Yeah. She said she had heard of her, but she said you hadn't listened to her new EP, and that's what she came out with. Yeah. The You Ruined New York City.
Yeah, it's almost like I wrote that.
And the whole EP.
And this whole. Well, I haven't even listened to it. I'm not gonna lie to you,
dude. Listen, that's literally your experience and why it's the same.
Well, even when I came home, the song "Healing" by Fletcher.
Yeah.
This is how gay I am. I was watching the L Word, the newest season, when it came out when I was living in New York, and they played "Healing" over a really sad part of the show, and I was like, "What kind of song is this?" So me secretly shazamming everything. I'm all, and then I was like, "Fletcher, that's cool." She's featuring her, and now she's gonna be on the new season of the L Word.
I know. I heard.
Her
no, you gotta.
Kaylani.
No, you. Oh my god, I know. No, you gotta listen to You Ruined New York City for me.
Yeah. Even her album "Girl in My Dreams," I relate to a lot.
I think it'll move you, like, for sure. I was singing it like I was living there with her at the time, but that's a great EP. But yeah, so okay, so you said Fletcher. Yeah. Should we just go one by one?
Yeah. Okay. So for me, I have a bazillion, but Fletcher.
Okay, one for me is Sean Leon, which is the one I told you about.
His first name?
Sean, like Sean Paul. And then Leon, like Leon.
Like Leon Bridges.
Yeah. Sean Leon is so good. He gives me similar vibes to Baby Keem. It's like in the same vein as far as his style of rap. But like his songs are so good. He has a song called Curbs that I've been listening to nonstop lately. But his most recent EP that he came out with, I think he has another thing that just came out, but it's called Herd Immunity. So good. I'm listening to it.
Do you listen to your on repeat playlist on Spotify?
No, I need to though.
It's my favorite playlist. My top 3 songs. Ready? Number 1, Satellite by Harry Styles.
Oh, that's probably one of mine too.
I'm not even joking. That's gonna be my number 1 played song. That's
probably mine too.
That one, and then second is Silk Chiffon by Muna, because Muna was gonna be my other artist.
You know what's so funny? I had no idea that song was by Muna for so long, because you would post a song and I was like, is this song popular? Because I would see other people post the song, that specific song, and then I heard it and I was like, I know this song, and I looked it up. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't know it was them. I recently found that out. It was just embarrassing.
And then number 3 right now is Evergreen by Omar Apollo. Those are my top 3 on.
That's
repeats.
A great song. Yeah. Billy loves that song.
That song I also relate to. Anyways,
that's a great song though. That song is so sad too. He really knows how to write a love song.
Yeah, so a heartbreak song. So I said Fletcher, and then I would say Muna. What's your second one? We'll do 3.
I would say Rosalia. I've been listening to Rosalia. I've been listening to Motomami crazy. Like, I've never heard it before.
It's so good.
Yeah, so I would say Rosalia for sure. I've been listening to her nonstop lately.
I'm trying to remember my other one. Have you listened to Lizzie
McAlpine? Yeah, I told you about her. Pancakes for Dinner. I've been out here.
Her new album.
Doesn't matter. That was the first song she had, or one of the first songs she had.
You did tell me that. You're right. Yeah. So that's my other one. I've listened to Doomsday.
Oh my God, the way she writes a love song.
So I think the album's called 5 Seconds to 5 or something. I don't remember. Anyways. But the
5 Seconds of Summer.
They have a new album out. Are we gonna talk about that? No. But the first song on that album is called Doomsday, and it's going viral on TikTok too.
Oh, nice.
Because there's a part in the song where she goes, and the song's literally about her planning her funeral. And how her boyfriend or whoever her partner would be so narcissistic to not plan it for her. Like, she would have to plan it in advance before she dies, because that's how much he only cares about himself. Yeah. And there's a part in the song that I've seen all over TikTok where she goes, and the funny thing is, I would have married you if you had stuck around. And then I was thinking, same. But yeah, I would say those are like my 3 ones. And then I'm also really obsessed. What's the artist that sings the FNF song? Is it Ice Spice? Yeah, I really like her too. I think she's fire.
I don't know what song that is. Or the artist. I mean, I think if I heard, maybe
she sings Munch.
Oh
yeah. Oh, and what's her face, or what's her name? Flamilly.
Oh, Flo Milli? Yeah. I've been listening to Flo Milli so much.
This where you go see someone in concert that you kind of know their stuff, but you don't. And then when you go home, they become everything you think about. And that's the only music you listen to.
That's happened to me.
And then you're like, dang it, I wish I did this before. Because that's how I felt when we saw Kehlani in concert. I was like, because I went through a Kehlani phase in 2020 and then I just haven't really gone back for
I've been through multiple Kehlani phases. Every time she came out with a new album, I was out there. I was out there with like Sweet Sexy Savage.
I didn't like that.
That was one of my most played albums.
But no, the song Alter by Kehlani.
Oh, so good.
So good.
The song Footsteps with Music Soul Child. That song does something to me. Yeah.
Take your breath away.
I feel like I'm ascending when I listen to that song.
That's how I feel when she opened with, was it Little Story? Or what? It was a single sheet that they had on. The newest album.
Yeah.
When they opened, I was like, "Am I levitating in place?"
That's literally how I feel every time I listen to Footsteps.
Oh, I was saying I didn't know who Kehlani was until I remember I came home for our best friend Kehlani's wedding.
Yeah.
And it was right when Zayn had released his track list, and I was like, "Featuring Kehlani, who's that?" And she was like, "Who's that?"
Yeah.
This is in 2016. She was like, "What do you mean you don't know
Verified. I love Kehlani. Another artist that's kind of like a little rando for me is The Weeknd. I've been listening to The Weeknd a lot.
Because that album, everyone hated it, and it was so good.
Yeah, there's the song, Is There Someone or Is There Someone Else? I forget the name of it. It's like,
I'm literally gonna look it up.
It's on the one where he's an old man.
Yeah, the newest album. I know, I'm talking about.
It's Is There Someone?
Not After Hours. It's the one after that, right?
It's the one where he's an old man.
Yeah, Dawn FM. Okay. Wait, what's it called?
Is There Someone?
Is There Someone Else?
Yeah, Is There Someone Else? That's what it is.
No,
that song has me in a chokehold right now. I listen to it all the fucking time.
Less Than Zero.
Yeah.
Came on like you know when you play an album, it'll play like a radio after it.
Yeah.
And I was playing that song and I was really depressed. This was when I was in my healing era. And so that song played and I was like,
The song Is There Someone Else I've been listening to non-fucking
This whole album's so good. And
it's really good, yeah.
Because I have never, this sounds really mean, but I've never really liked The Weeknd's music. And I was like, I don't know what he put in this album, but this album's so good.
Yeah, I've always been real indifferent towards The Weeknd. I've been like, yeah, I like some of the songs, but it wasn't something I was like seeking.
Yeah.
And Die For Me is another one. I think that one's on Starboy though. But Die For Me is another one I listen to all the time. That one and Is There Someone Else? Like I just like can't stop listening to it. Sometimes I'll do daily mixes or whatever because sometimes they'll give me new songs or songs I forgot about.
Yeah.
And so then that's why I'm gonna start. You reminded me of On Repeat, and I saw Chris Olsen posting his On Repeat. And I'm like, dude, I forgot about that playlist.
Because I would be like, how do I put all my favorite songs on one playlist? Because I forget about songs. And then
me too.
For some reason, I was like, wait, what the fuck? I should just use my On Repeat.
I can't wait to look at mine. Should I look at it now and see what my top song is?
Get your top 3 out.
It's probably embarrassing.
I know it is. That's why I want to see it.
But I'm telling y'all, what I said was the truth. No matter what this thing says.
Okay, do top 5. So mine's Satellite. Oh my God. I didn't even mention Lucy Dacus. I've been obsessed with. So Satellite.
This is strange.
My top 5 is Satellite, Silk Chiffon, Evergreen, Bad Habit by Steve Lacy, which is kind of embarrassing. And then Hot and Heavy.
Billy, that's on Billy's, I'm sure. He loves that song.
Lucy Dacus. That album's really good.
The song's really good. My first one's Vegas by Doja Cat.
Because you play those daily mixes and
that's
it always
right.
has Vegas.
Okay, that's what I hate. Yeah, that's what I
better.
hate. Because sometimes I'll be like, I already listened to this fucking song and I'll skip it. Not that I don't like that song, but that's not something I'm listening to all the time.
That's why. Did you see that tweet I put? It said, "You guys, it's September, so start listening to better music so you don't look like a loser when you hear your Spotify Wrapped."
Satellite by Harry Styles.
Yeah.
Cuff It by Beyonce.
Yeah,
that one I will cop to.
Yeah.
I listen to that all the time. Complex by Kate Gregson. That's the one that's like, I'm wearing his boxers. The song from TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that song.
Why is that on there?
That song's on here because I put it on when I was sleeping on the airplane and I slept for like 4 hours. So she really cut into my fucking
well, thanks for the listens, girly.
Yeah. We used to top 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did 4. Oh yeah, super freaky girl. But again, that's on those fucking lists.
Not the remix. The remix is really good.
This is a scam.
What else is on there? Because you can't listen to the mixes anymore. You can't.
Yeah, Late Night Talking, which is Cruel Summer. I'll cop to that one. I watched
So good.
I watched The Summer I Turned Pretty, and then I had to listen to that song on a repeat. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules.
Wait, are you doing top 10, brother?
I'm just kind of scrolling. Just
Number
to say.
6 for me is Home by Now by Muna. That was my favorite song on that one.
Oh, The Dress by Dijon. That one I'll cop to.
Oh, I love Dijon.
Yeah, that song
I
is so
haven't listened to it in a
good.
long time.
Yeah, a lot of these are because I listen to the same, or I'll tell my Google to play a certain song because it does a nice mix after.
Like a radio after,
so
yeah.
it'll like play the same songs.
Nice.
Yeah, like Plastic Off the Sofa's on here. That's fair.
Yeah, I think Alien Superstar is above all the other Beyonce songs, which it's because when I would listen to Renaissance, I would always start it at Alien Superstar.
This song is in my top like 10, but it's the song Elio.irl.
Yeah, I love that song.
Love that song. So that makes me look less lame, but there you go.
I was saying number 10 for me is Night Shift by Lucy Dacus. That's a good song.
My very last one on the list is Getaway Car by Taylor Swift.
That song is so good.
I know, but it's always on the mix because I always tell it to play Cruel Summer.
That song is so good.
That one Billy doesn't like. Sometimes he goes, who sings this? Because it's always on the mix.
Breakdown that song's so good.
Listen, I like Getaway Car, but
it's so
not as much as I like Cruel Summer.
Yeah, and she goes, and I was drunk and crying like a baby on the way back from the bar.
Yeah. Come on,
brother. All right. Next one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This one's from Jeremy Ann. And she wants to know, she said, please elaborate on the podcast name. Like, I get it, but I still want to know why you chose it. And then her other question is, how is it building the podcast? First season was really different from the newer one. I loved both, but I really feel like you hit your slide in the second half. The podcast name is, so SpongeBob's our favorite show of all time.
Yeah.
And I don't know what episode it is, but he calls himself an idiot boy.
Yeah.
And so
that's what we used to call our brother.
Yeah. Well, and each other.
Yeah.
And then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We'd call each other idiot boys.
And so when we thought of podcast names, this was like a really long time ago. I said, what if we called it Two Idiot Girls? That would be really funny.
And it was kind of just a goof. But
yeah.
Here we are.
And so it's funnier when you meet with brands and they're like, we're here meeting with two idiot girls.
And then also Dason and Drew.
So funny. Dude.
That's the story behind the name.
Yeah.
How do we feel about building it? I think it's a lot more us now.
Yeah.
Not that the first season wasn't. I just think that we thought we had to be really, really serious if we were gonna do this.
And I think it was just because at the time, that's what the podcasts that I would consume were like. Yeah. So like one of my favorite podcasts is Smartless. And that one isn't very like formulated. Like it's them just asking questions to a random person.
Yeah.
So that would like, and they're very serious questions. Sometimes they ask them funny ones, like whatever. But I was like, I don't know.
I think it's like we have a nice fine balance because I think that's what makes it interesting. So I think that's kind of how, like, you noticed we hit our stride. I think that's why, because we realized the magic is in us talking to each other.
Yeah.
As opposed to like trying to talk specifically for other people.
Yeah.
It was more so just talking to each other about how we feel personally.
Yeah. And growing up, we've always like been really good at storytelling and like the most like ridiculous things happen to us all the time. So we have so many funny stories to share. And so I think like when we switched it from doing the outline of like us just talking and then switch it to asking everyone like a funny question.
Yeah. And involving you guys a lot more, because when we did, I feel like
I felt like we would run out of things to kind of like
I think which is natural. Like you just feel like you kind of hit a wall because you're like, well, I've talked about all these things. Like, but then you realize too that like it's being pushed forward by the people who listen to you.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you want to ask them what they want to hear you talk about? Or that way it involves you guys, and then we get to be much more like connected to you all. And then at the same time, I think we feel like we're meeting your needs, like because we know what you guys want to listen to and what you want to talk about. So, yeah.
And then I would be remiss, or we would both be remiss if we didn't talk about how Morgan and Justin from Two Hot Takes really helped us elevate
our besties.
Yeah, truly my favorite couple.
They are a huge reason why it's been a lot more streamlined and everything now is because of Morgan and Justin. So we love them dearly because they were pivotal in our show going to the next level.
Especially switching from Zoom to doing it in person.
Yeah, it's a whole production, babe.
Literally, Morgan and Justin taught me how to use all the equipment.
Yeah.
How to edit, how to send whatever, like everything, make thumbnails. That's why I'm always thanking them for everything. That both of us are always thanking them for everything.
Yeah.
Because they gave us that like last little like it's my favorite thing about them is that a lot of people in this industry, like, it's kind of nerve-wracking to ask people for help because a lot of it kind of is like figuring it out on your own.
Mm-hmm.
But what was so nice about Morgan and Justin is I didn't even have to ask them. They were like, hey, like, do you guys want help with your podcast? And we'll help you take it to another level, you know?
Yeah, they just helped us like ascend to another level. So I think it was all divine timing.
Mm-hmm.
And now here we are. So there you go.
Okay, next one. This is from Annabelle. And she said, what are your favorite pop culture moments? The first one that came to my brain, it's the American Music Awards. I don't know what year it is. The
Jonas Brothers?
The Joe Bros are at the top of their game. They're behind these glass doors.
Yeah.
The glass crashes. They walk through them to sing Burning Up, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Joe Jonas trips and slides on his knees, pretends he tried to do that.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's the first one I thought
Pop
of.
culture, I would say the first thing that came to my brain was the drop of High School Musical. Had the world by storm. I was one of them.
Dude.
And by the world, I mean
Next
me.
question.
By the world, I mean me. When I watched the second one recently,
Yes.
I literally told Billy, I was telling him that whole thing about the girls that get it. Do you remember having to go onto disneychannel.org and having to vote for who was going to be in the extra scene?
Yeah, and it was going to be Miley Cyrus.
Well, it was between 3 people.
Who was
I
it?
think Zach and Cody was one of them. Miley, and then I think the other one was like, I don't remember, like Selena Gomez.
It couldn't have been. I think she
was out at
You
that
think
time.
so?
Yeah.
And you know what's funny is they had you vote, and it was just to drive traffic to watch the movie to see who won. But
Yeah.
they probably already picked Miley.
I'm sure they did. And if I was one of the other people, I would have been pissed.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, why are you guys pretending like you asked me? But
Girl, go ahead and feature me on their vote.
he goes, well, where is she? I'll go, I'll tell you, you'll see it. And it was like 3.5 seconds. Like it wasn't
the whole
even
movie. You're waiting to see her.
Yeah.
It's like waiting to hear the yes. The whole episode. You're just waiting to see it.
Yeah, that okay.
And you got to pick her outfit. I think.
Yeah, you got to pick her
we knew
outfit.
she won, and then the next round was to see what
you got to pick her outfit.
got.
And
Yeah.
she like they had like those behind the scenes things where she'd be like, it's either this one, or this one.
Yeah.
Stay tuned to watch what I pick.
And I was like, oh my god, I hope mine wins.
The way that they had us
I know
on our fucking knees
Dude,
for that series.
Did you guys play that game? It was on Disney Channel and it wasn't .org, you big kook.
I know, it was
.com.
.com.
But did you play that trading card game with That's a Raven? Where you, I think it was That's a Raven themed.
That was part of a bigger game, you fucking idiot. Where you're like her.
Yeah.
It's part of, you were collecting cards at the same time. It was like a story game.
I don't remember the story.
I only
but
know
I
that-
remember the games, and I remember I won Kelly Clarkson's Breakaway song, and I played it on.
Yeah.
I would play it in the background. While
I
play.
only know that because Dason and I used to set a kitchen timer.
like a little egg timer.
A little egg timer, literally, but it would go up to an hour.
Yeah.
And we would set that timer.
And that's how we'd know to switch.
Yeah. And she used to like move it, and I'd be like, dude, I know that wasn't 30 minutes. Like, I know for a fucking fact. And
not yours.
Yeah,
I would move it to give me more time, not yours.
Oh, sorry. Either way.
It's way more mean.
Is it? Either way, we would fight so bad that my mom was like, I'll both you off the fucking computer. Like, it was so bad, like the way that we would fight, because we would get so fucking pissed off. But yeah, like we used to play That's the Raven game was one of them.
I was obsessed. I got all the cards. I think I won.
Yeah, that was one of them. What's another pop culture moment?
I'm trying to think.
Those are like, people are gonna be like, oh, like Britney and Madonna or whatever. Yeah. I'm like, I wasn't drawn to that like I was to High School Musical.
Maybe the VMAs when Joe Jonas was holding Taylor Swift's hand when she was interviewing them on the carpet. Maybe
I don't remember that.
I just remember that.
I remember them going together, but I don't remember when.
Was that the same year as when Kanye cut her off? I think that was a different year, huh?
Yeah, that was a different year.
That was the year before.
Yeah. Trying to think.
I don't know. I would laugh at a lot of things.
Beyonce's Super Bowl. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Even Beyonce at Coachella, that was really huge for me.
Yeah. What else?
Yeah, Beyonce's Super Bowl performance, that was pretty
Yeah,
iconic.
I remember watching that so clearly. I think
maybe our biggest pop culture moment was when we kind of got to be in the Jonas Brothers 3D movie.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That was
and
a big
by that,
one.
I mean we're little ants in the background.
We were a lot closer than Billy likes to gaslight us into believing we were. Yeah, that concert we got to go to. And that was the first time we had ever seen Taylor Swift. I had no idea who she was.
I like kind of did, but didn't really. Yeah.
That's when Demi was at
Opening,
her prime.
yeah.
Yeah, like fresh off Camp Rock. One. Both of which, I mean, looking back now, they are bottom tier movies compared to the other ones.
Would you say Starstruck is better than the first Camp Rock?
The first Camp Rock, no. The second one, yes.
Anything is better than the second.
We watched
Camp Rock.
Starstruck too, and Billy was like, "Oh my god!" Like he was like being physically tortured having to watch that one. That is a really bad movie, but like it's like nostalgia. And then I was showing him the part. She's like, "Friends, privacy." Yeah. I literally showed him. I was like, "I sound just like that." It's that and the first Camp Rock, where she's like, "Mitchie has dishes to do."
Shut up.
Shut up.
The way that girl, someone made a TikTok with her and they were like, she was shopping at her job and they work at, what's that place? Plato's Closet.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, how random that she's there. That's so
I almost
funny.
said Meghan Markle. That's not her name. Her name is Megan McCarthy or something like that.
I almost said Megan Trainor. Damn, I don't remember her name. Megan Jet Martin.
Yes.
And she's in Video Girl. She's the one at the beginning.
Yes. Great song.
Dude, anything Jonas Brothers related to me was a huge pop culture moment.
Same. That's just, you could just tell.
Same with One Direction.
Yeah, 1D. One thing I will say that doesn't make us look as much of a weenie is when My Chemical Romance performed at the VMAs. Remember we woke up super early to watch it?
Yeah, because I kept forgetting I couldn't record it.
Yeah. So we had to watch
when
the early.
When they premiered the Black Parade. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we woke up at like 3 a.m. to watch it.
Yeah, and I felt like they were so like on their incline, and then they did that and then exploded after that, like even bigger.
Yeah,
they were already big, but like, you know what I mean. But yeah, I think those are all the ones that come to my mind.
What's your favorite One Direction moment that you can think of?
I don't really know if I have one that comes to my mind is when Tyler Oakley got to meet them.
Why? And Zoella.
And I just remember feeling, okay, this is probably what people felt when they watched Britney meet Harry.
Yeah.
But like, I felt so like I was there.
Yeah.
Like I felt like, oh my God, someone like me got to meet them. Like I remember feeling like that. Mm-hmm. So that's really weirdly full circle. But like, I remember especially when Zoella got to meet them, but like Tyler Oakley too, because I was like so far up his ass. Like at the time, I was such a big fan. Mm-hmm. Not that I'm not now, but like,
no, like obsessed.
I was sucking him off constantly. Yeah, and Zoella.
Like when we got to go to VidCon, we were talking about all the vlogs of like how when they were all hanging on
the British vlog squad.
They were all hanging on that parking lot, like rooftop writing penny boards together.
Yeah, and filming content.
The world was never the same after
no,
that.
It truly wasn't. Mm-hmm. The British YouTuber era was like a big one too. Yeah. If we're talking online pop culture, but like, yeah, I think like when Tyler Oakley and Zoella got to meet them, I felt so like, oh my God, like that could be me at the time.
That's such a good example.
So like, I think that's like one that sticks out in my brain because I think I was just like older at the time.
Did you see the second clip of Britney meeting Harry at the premiere? And he said, "You look so beautiful" at the end of it.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, so exciting.
Yeah, I fucking love that bitch. So I'm happy for her.
So deserved, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Period.
This next one's from Yolanda. Mm-hmm. And she said, as Samoan and baddies, have you guys ever performed a taulunga? If so, would you guys share pictures in the traditional outfits that you wore? We will. I'll insert them.
Yeah.
I think we have pictures of you doing yours, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
She also said, when and if you guys choose to get married, will you perform a siva and have hella bridesmaids? And she put a lot of really nice stuff at the end. Love you, girl.
Fun. Love you.
Okay, so have you guys ever performed a taulunga? Yes.
Yes.
I've done it twice. Drew's done it once.
I did it at my
Sweet 16.
Sweet 16. Dason did it at both her graduation parties. I never got a graduation party.
You just did kidding. For high school.
I did for high school, but it was a house party, so there was no room to do a siva Samoa. Mm. But like, I did do a kaolunga or a taulunga. It was awesome. Yeah. Very fun.
And then at my college graduation party, I did it again. And then Drew did a hula.
Oh, I did a hula, yeah.
For
Dason's graduation party. Obviously, though, I wasn't the taupo at that one, so I couldn't do a kaolunga there.
But all the pictures of us doing them right here, they all came out really cute.
I just wore a pulkasi. Dason wore the traditional taupo outfit.
For both.
For both. Yeah, for both.
But I'm laughing because you
Yep, I never got to wear that. So I wore a regular pulukasi or an ofu.
I feel like because you're supposed to do it at like at graduations and stuff, but it just didn't work out that way, which is
yeah, sure.
And then when you get married, will you perform a siva?
Yes, absolutely. Especially since both me and my partner are someone. So
you know what's crazy is that if you had asked me that a year ago, I would have said no.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But now I'm gonna say yeah. And then
absolutely
have hella bridesmaids. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Oh wait, you know what? Maybe now because now I have friends. But again, if you had asked me a year ago,
I don't know if I'll have hella, but I will have.
I think like 3 or 4.
Yeah, I'd say probably for me probably like max 6, but like
yeah,
that's max.
I already have 2 in mind, and it's Drew and Donovan. That's it.
But see, like for me, like. Now that we talk about when I think about weddings a lot now, just because like I'm getting older, but not because like I'm getting married anytime soon. But I just like think about what I would want because before last year, even though I was with Billy and I wanted to marry him and everything, I'd never really tangibly thought about a wedding. I was just like, whatever, right? Like, but then something made me start thinking about it, and I was like, oh, I should probably at least know what I want in terms of whatever's right. But as far as like the traditional, when I say traditional stuff, there's stuff like, you know, like a bachelorette party or a bachelor party, that kind of stuff. Me and Billy don't want to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what we want to do is go on a vacation with the bridal party.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
And the parents of the bride and groom. So like,
yeah, I want to party with Billy's mom.
Yeah. So that's what we want to do.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
There's a lot of traditional stuff that I don't want to do.
You don't
like,
want to go to Nashville with your bride tribe? Matching pink wigs.
Last fling before the ring. No hate to you if that was you.
No.
If that was you, that's just like, those aren't my vibes. I just don't want to do that.
I always laugh when Trixie and Katya talk about when I see a fucking
Party City wig.
6 bitches come in with Party City wigs, I know I'm gonna hate myself for the next hour.
Yeah, when they're performing. Yeah. See, I wouldn't want to. I want to go on vacation, like at a resort, like an all inclusive resort.
Even like how Erica Priscilla did her bachelor party.
Yeah.
They rented a house in Aruba. It looks so fun.
Yeah. But again, like I want everyone to come. Yeah. I want us all to be there together and have fun together. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Just like I don't want to read vows in front of people. Because that makes me cringe for some reason. Like for me to do that to Billy in front of other people, it makes me want to die. So like I want to do private vows and just like standard ones. So like shit like that's considered really traditional. I want to do it a little bit differently for my wedding. So, but yeah.
Okay. This one's from Miriam. And she said, are there any creators you've met in person that deserve to be roasted, but you're holding back on or sparing till it comes to light on its own?
Yeah.
Well,
and that's all I'll say on that.
Yeah,
I'm not going to tell you who, but yeah.
No, she didn't say who, but I would say there are people that deserve to be roasted that we have met in person.
Yeah.
But if they end up something happening to them.
I mean, I'm not going to do it unless
then I'm not going to pile onto it either if people say something like that. That's none of my business.
Yeah. I am making a rule to stay out of white people's business, and I've been doing that so far. So that's what I will continue to do.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, there are for sure people I've met in real life that I was like, you know?
Yeah.
But it's no one that you've seen me with, that I hang out with, that I interact with. It's like no one like that. Every single person that I regularly interact with or am friends with online and in real life, all those people are wonderful. Mm-hmm. It's people that I am not friends with.
Yeah.
That I've just met at events and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yes. Yes, in the sense that they deserve to be roasted. No, that I'll be doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's from Celeste, and she wants to know, what are Drew's AP test scores?
I'm so glad you asked, Celeste.
Finally.
You get me.
Wait, I'll share mine with you. I took 3 of them, and I got a 3 on all of them. I might have gotten a 2 in there. I'm not going to lie to you. Go ahead, Drew. What are yours?
My AP comp one, I got a 5. I was also the only person who got a 5 in like I think like 5 or 6 different classes. Mm-hmm. It was so unprecedented that my teacher told me to my face she didn't think I was gonna pass, let alone get a 5.
Who told you that?
My teacher.
Of what? Wait, but what subject was it?
AP composition.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
was a junior.
When you were a junior?
In high school, yeah.
Oh, okay.
She told me she genuinely didn't think I was gonna pass.
Was she mean?
Let alone, yeah, she was so mean. She was one of those.
As if someone nice would say that to you.
Anyways, so yeah, she told me she didn't think I was gonna pass, let alone get a 5.
Okay, we did.
But also, not to defend her in any way, because she was kind of like mean.
You know,
she was just so mean. But anyways, she did. There was this assignment that you had to do. I don't know if they still do it in high school, but like if you had AP classes, a lot of times you had a summer assignment to do, like homework,
reading,
and there were these flashcards that you had to do. Yeah. And Dason took AP composition. Yeah. And she gave them to me. No, she did. No, she gave them to me.
You found them and said, "Do you think I could
You knew I had them either way."
I know. I didn't. Okay, go ahead.
I used them because I didn't do the assignment because I forgot. So like I did one part of it, but I forgot those. So I used Dason's flashcards. I think she knew that they weren't mine, but she couldn't prove it. And I think she was out to get me after that. Because it was almost like she had personal beef with me every time.
You did check though that all the words were the same.
Yeah, I checked. All the work I put into verifying yours, I could have just finished my own, but that's besides the point. So I used yours, and then I learned all of them for the quizzes and all that shit. Yeah. Like I did all that just in case, and I passed the test and all that, but I just forgot to write them out. So like, anyways, that's my theory. But like, she did say that mean shit to me, so I got a 5. And she had me talk to the class about how I got a 5, to which I couldn't explain. Mm-hmm. And then AP Literature, I got a 4. Did I get a 4 or a 5?
I think you got a 4. I think you only got one 5.
I got a 4 because the kid in front of me, we used to sit next to each other because our last names are the same. But he was so fucking smart. He was one of the 3 valedictorians, my graduating class. He didn't believe me that I got a 4 because she said, "What did everybody get? If you feel comfortable talking about it, what did you guys get?" And so the highest score in all the classes was a 4. And he and I both got that. And he was like, "No, you didn't." Like, he like didn't believe me. And I was like, "Dude, I'm a lot smarter than I look." Like, I know that I eat hot Cheetos for breakfast, but like, that's no indication of my intellect.
Here nor there.
I know I'm eating baked hot Cheetos at 9 a.m, but that seems a little presumptuous to assume I wouldn't have a good grade in this class, like, let alone on the AP test. I can't blame him, honestly. Like the way,
just like a slut.
The way that I was just like low key feral in high school.
In all grades, till you got, even in college, till you were a senior, I feel like you were unhinged, bro.
The way that
every time I saw this bitch, she had a fucking snack in her hand. It's insane, bro.
And no money. Like, where was I getting those?
We talked about, so we started a Polynesian culture club at our school, and it was literally so we could perform at all of our assemblies. Yeah, we didn't host meetings, or we had like one meeting.
Like we should have.
We would count like the dance practices as meetings, but like we didn't have all of that. Yeah. But anyways, my senior year is when we probably did the most performances because I finally got my shit together. Yes. And so our first one, we did a Tahitian one. My mom's like really good friend lent us like all of her like Tahitian belts and headpieces and stuff. Yeah. We did the whole thing. We had matching outfits, like the whole thing, so we could skip school all day and be the center of attention. And everyone has to look at us. And it was mortifying. And every time we did it, all of our music would never work for whatever reason.
Yeah, but we were out there. You know what I mean? Did that stop us from continuing to participate?
I wish we had videos of it, but we don't.
I'm so glad we don't, to be honest. I'm really glad we don't. I don't want to relive that portion of my life. I do think, though, that like we had a lot of fun doing that. Yeah. We never like did anything bad. We just like, we would only resurrect our club when it was assembly days so that we could skip school, which is funny.
And be the center of attention.
But we did choreograph dances or have our Polynesian family choreograph dances for us.
Yeah. So we did a Tahitian one, then we did a Hawaiian one.
Yeah, we did a hula.
And then I don't remember what we did at the big assembly on the field. Did we do another Tahitian one?
Yeah. Yeah, we did 2 Tahitian ones, a hula. And we did a sa-sa one year
before.
Yeah, we did a sa-sa.
That was probably my favorite one.
Yeah, it was for sure.
And I couldn't do it because I think I fucked my hamstring or something.
Yeah.
It wasn't when I had my pilonidal cyst.
Nope, it wasn't that. No, yeah. Yeah, that was when we did the sa-sa early on. Yeah. And then we did a hula with like uli sticks and all of that. And then we did all of which were choreographed by the people that belong to those cultures. Yeah. So they were choreographed by a native Hawaiian person. We had a Samoan person choreograph the Samoa. And then we had a Tahitian person choreograph the Tahitian dance. So even then we were making sure to source material correctly, which was nice. But yeah, we did do that in high school.
I just brought that because those were the types of kids that we were.
Everyone was like that in high school. Everyone was like that in high school.
Okay. This one's from Aubrey. She said, when did Dason know she liked girls?
Lemonade Mouth.
I didn't know I liked girls when I watched like Lemonade Mouth.
There was something there though. Like that's where it started really coming to light, I would say.
No, when I got to college.
When she got to college.
When I got to college and joined the fucking gayest sport you could ever join, which is rugby. Then I was like, what?
Yeah, but I would say if you're talking like as early on as far as like signs that it was something that was a big part of her, I would say for like the earliest sign for me was Lemonade Mouth.
Yeah.
Because there was just this, even before she came out to me or even before she had a girlfriend or anything like that, I used to always think back to that time and I used to be like, why did she like that movie so much? Like it always stuck out to me and I feel like it was
Lemonade Mouth. I talk a lot about Stick It. That's an easy one.
I feel like
she confused a lot of women that watched that movie.
Stick It was easy. Stick It's one that can fly under the radar because I really liked Stick It because I just thought she was a bad bitch.
Yeah.
But like, that's why I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Lemonade Mouth doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Like literally at all. It's the plot's trash. Some of the music is okay. And the rest of it is garbage.
Same with Bring It On because I liked Missy the most on Bring It On.
Yeah. And even Bring It On, like that never registered to me because I loved that movie too. Lemonade Mouth was the only one that I was like, bitch, there's something wrong with you about this. Something's here. And I think that there's a reason why that stuck out to me so clearly because it's what I was supposed to know about her. Sure. You know what I mean? I think it was supposed to, nothing is by accident.
But it wasn't even, I didn't even know about myself. So
I know, I'm just saying, I think there was a reason why that stuck out to me so severely in my brain. Of all the trash I keep in my brain, like why was that one piece so pivotal to know? And it's because I think it was meant to happen for me to remember.
So I moved to Oregon. Join a rugby team.
That's when she knew for real.
I met someone and I was like, oh, that's weird. And then I feel like within the last year, I've embraced my queerness a lot more openly. Yeah. And freely. So.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like I'm now I'm like 99% sure I'm a lesbian, but I'm waffling between lesbian and queer.
Yeah.
So
and it's a natural journey.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's when I know. There you go. Okay, a question we got a million times, and it's literally probably the question we got the most is, do we fight? Yes.
Yeah.
And then like, what's the biggest thing you've ever fought about? I can't even remember. Because here's the thing when we fight. I can't express this enough when people ask about stuff like this, that when we fight, 9 times out of 10 we're
stupid.
Number one, but 2, we're both saying different things.
Yeah,
but it's
like
same
miscommunication.
Thing. Yeah, so like we fought at Coachella twice. The second time we fought, Billy literally was like,
guys, come on.
All right, guys, come on. Because I thought she was saying something mean to me. She thought I was reacting to her a certain way, right?
I don't even fucking remember, dude.
And we were both saying random things. And none of it made sense.
Yeah, no, we do fight naturally as sisters. It's
always off miscommunication.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, it's fucking silly. 1 and 2, it was a miscommunication. Like someone misinterpreted what the other said
and assumed. Yeah,
and then internalized, and that like what we fought about in the past. Fighting with Dason is almost identical to me fighting with Billy, which is weird, but it's in the sense that I'm someone who likes to confront the issue and talk about it and get rid of it. She needs time to think sometimes. And I take that as like she's still mad or harboring shit. And most of the time it's just a processing like evaluation.
Well, and the reason I need time to process is because we're both emotional. So like, yeah, I don't want to say things I don't mean when we're fighting.
And I'm not someone who does that, but she is. Yeah. Just like, and I'm not, and that's the truth. Like I'm someone who thinks very carefully when I talk, especially when I'm mad, but I understand that not everybody is like that. So it's one of those things where you have to balance between like, if you are you force them or corner them into talking to you, it's going to be bad, right? But if you let them leave and they let you fester for too long, that's also bad.
Yeah.
So it's like a balancing act, but it's weird how her and Billy are the same in that sense because they are identical in that way, which is probably a good thing in the sense that like I've had practice like arguing with someone in a healthy way,
sure,
as opposed to like just like randomly going in blind, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's why we fight, or how we process fights. Why we fight, it ranges from the silliest shit to like business things. It's like never anything serious. That's because we never fight often. When we used to live together as teenagers, we were totally fine. But then once Stacey started driving and we were always together and I wasn't driving, we fought a lot about the stupidest things because it was just spending too much time together.
And it's like sister shit. So like,
yeah, it's nothing.
You can't wear my shorts, or you're taking too long, we need to go, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Both of those things are.
Well, no, I'm saying
things I did to you. No,
I'm saying you can't wear my shorts, and then like I'm being mean in that sense.
Yeah.
And then you are being annoying because you're not getting ready in time.
So sometimes when I hear, it makes me sad when people say they don't have a really great relationship with their siblings or whatever, because I have such a great relationship with mine. So obviously it makes me empathize. But then I think about how sometimes people say when they get mad at their sibling, they don't talk for like a week.
Yeah.
We don't do that. Like we've never had that issue, thankfully. But yeah, the longest we've ever gone without talking is like 2 days. And even then, it's because we FaceTime and call each other like 17 times a day, like every single day. So it's just without that. And I always know
if we're not, then something's wrong. Like we're sad.
Exactly.
Like depressed.
Yeah. If we're not, one of us or both of us.
Yeah. Yeah. Like when I lived in New York, we barely FaceTimed because I was like,
because she didn't want to. I tried to. I tried calling her all the time.
One of the worst fight is awful. Anyways,
but that's like that. My point in saying that is that we don't ever fight like that. And if we have, we only didn't talk for like 2 days. Yeah. And then my mom comes and clunks our heads together.
Usually what we do when we fight is we'll stop talking and it's annoying because I'll be on TikTok or Twitter and this is so
and
funny.
she purposely, again, this is her, not me. She purposely,
this is my Capricorn mood.
Yeah, she purposely doesn't send me things, and I know that for a fact because this bitch can't go 2 hours without sending me something on any platform. But she doesn't send me anything on any platform, including TikTok. I know she's mad at me. I can tell. And Twitter, because she'll send me tweets like fucking gangbusters when she's having a good time. When she's mad though, yeah, she doesn't do that.
But that's like with anyone. If I don't talk to you, then I'm mad at you. Don't talk to me.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, Ed.
I know. But I'm saying like, that's something she does. I don't do that to her. Sometimes I'll send her stuff and I'm like, fuck, she's mad at me. And I know she's not going to look at it.
Or I'll be like, I'm mad at her. When I send them, I'll forget.
I'm always going, she's mad at me. I know she's not going to watch that till she is not mad at me anymore.
This one is from Sophia, and she said, when did you guys start getting into astrology and how has it developed since then? I'm slowly trying to learn more about it, but I'm kind of overwhelmed.
Oh.
You know what? Maybe get into astrology. My breakup.
I was actually into astrology. I would say strongly
this year.
Probably for about a year. Because midway through last year is when I really started like kind of leaning into it. Sure. But I did, you know what's so funny that you say that? Is like a huge reason I turned to astrology, or I got interested in it, was when I was at my last job. Yeah. And I was depressed. Oh, yeah. So I was like constantly, it was like I was searching for like answers. Like I was literally like, is this really where I'm supposed to be?
Yeah, because I used to lean more into like the horoscope aspect of
same.
For myself. But in terms of like reading other people's signs and stuff like that.
That was more recent.
I would say within this year. But yeah, I feel like looking into astrology, because my favorite app is Sanctuary. Mm-hmm. And I love the little astrology. I think it's made by Sanctuary. It's a podcast, and they give you a personalized reading of your sun sign every day. Yeah. Of like your day and like what to expect and what to avoid. Yeah. I really leaned into that, moving back home and stuff like that, and figuring out who I am. Yeah. And that was like make sense of my own sense of self, not to be like, oh, that's why this happened to me.
Yeah, same. It was more so like a reflection thing. Yeah. Like I was trying to understand like, am I feeling like this because it's bad, or am I feeling like this because I'm going through change. Like I was trying to make sense of my own emotions.
Well, and we've talked about change a lot in terms of my big Saturn return, which was the end of last year.
Yeah.
And that happens between age, I think like 27 to 32 or something
Yeah.
like that. And girl, I'm almost done. I can't wait. It's almost done. But
yeah.
in regards to learning more about astrology, I would definitely say this year.
Actually,
and you know what helped me realize is that I attract nothing but Leos into my love life. And I would like all of it to stop. Hey.
After you told me that, I think you could have a Leo as long as the rest of the chart was balanced.
Sure.
But you need someone with earth in them for sure.
I saw something that said that you should date someone whose sun sign is your moon sign. And then I was like, my sister won't allow me to date a Capricorn.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
We had a lot of people say, what are red flags in their astrology chart? We usually read off sun, would you say? We don't really.
Yeah, I would do. I mean, first of all, astrology gurus don't come for me, but like, because I'm not in any way an expert. But
these are personal experiences with these
and I
signs.
also understand that the chart is a huge indicator. It's not just the sun. It's like the rest of your big three.
Yeah.
And everything else in your chart is a huge balancing factor. I know that. I'm just, first of all, let's all laugh. It's funny. Yeah. Let's laugh. It's okay.
I'm not saying you should punch every Virgo man in the head.
No, but if you did, I wouldn't be mad at you.
You should avoid them.
I think that like it just depends. Like also, I have more negative things to say about the male sign than women or femme presenting signs. Like if you identify as a man and you happen to be a Virgo, you might be awful, and that's on you. I listen, take it up with the stars. That's why. But I think with like,
but I attract Leo women, men, and gender nonconforming.
Yeah, that's true, and I think that's okay. You just need the rest of the chart to be balanced. Like you need Earth in your partner's chart.
Yeah,
like no tomorrow.
I'm trying to think of red flags in the chart. Well, Drew doesn't want any sort of Capricorn sun.
Adam's a Capricorn.
You're right.
So is Austin. Austin Cho.
Yeah. So is Crit.
Listen, I can get along with a Capricorn.
We need more of them to prove us wrong.
Yeah. I've
never been wronged by a Capricorn. I don't know what Capricorn you were referring to that wronged you, but
you dummy. What the fuck? She's a Capricorn moon and she's out here telling, that's the most intense form of a Capricorn. And she's out here being like, I don't know what Capricorn you're talking about. And this is the thing. And this has been proven by her, and I already know this. But like Capricorns, like literally mid-sentence to you, if they don't want to listen anymore, they won't. They literally are like you'll be like talking to them and they'll be like, and then mid-sentence they go. And then when you're like, oh my God, like this person's not listening to me anymore. And you like temp gauge, they're like, what? And then they like almost like trick you into believing like you were never talking to them in the first place. And you're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like I thought you were. Yeah.
I'm disassociating. Sorry.
Yeah. Like that disassociation is a huge portion of it, but it's by choice. And that's the part you literally mentally check out. And that's the part where I'm like, you're a fucking supervillain. I don't want to hear anything of it. Also, Capricorns have this thing where they're extremely charming. Like they can get anyone to like them. Like they get along with everybody. Like everybody's like, they're the sweetest person in the world. Then they do some fuck shit like what I just described. And then someone like myself who sees you for who you really are goes, that's fucked up. Like, I don't know why you do that. And this is their immediate reaction. I know. I'm so bad. I do that. And then I go, and then you make me feel bad. And then I go, yeah, well, I guess I get it. I was talking for a long time. And you're like, yeah, like that's what I'm saying.
Don't do that next time.
Yeah, they're like, well, I mean, that's what I was trying to tell you. It's like the ultimate gaslight. You're right. I am like that. Go fuck yourself. Go to hell. That's what I'm saying. Like
okay, so that's the sign
every sign has something bad though.
With. Well, that's the sign you would say you have the most contention with, right?
Yeah.
What would you say mine is?
A Leo.
Oh yeah.
You be beefing with them for no reason by choice.
It's just too much. It's too much.
Once again.
It's too much.
But I think I genuinely believe this. Every sign has like downsides to it.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact.
I'm trying to think of what sign I have. I don't have a lot of experience with Geminis.
I do.
Like I know a few Geminis.
I like Geminis. I love them.
Here are the signs I haven't talked about in dating: Gemini and Taurus.
I love a
I haven't
Taurus.
experienced
I
anything
love
with.
Tauruses. I love Tauruses. They are so great. I get along so well.
Pisces.
Pisces is real hit or miss.
Yeah.
If you're a good Pisces, you're the best Pisces.
Like our dad.
Yeah. And if you're a bad one, you've burned down a small town, I can tell.
Oh, and Scorpio. I haven't dealt with any Scorpios in my dating life yet.
Oh, in dating. I thought you were just saying in general.
No,
like if you
in
have personal
general, I think
experiences with
I've
them.
met a lot. I've met pretty much all of them.
I would say the one sign I haven't had a lot of personal experience with is an Aquarius.
Oh.
I don't think.
Yeah. Harry Styles is an Aquarius.
And
That's all I need to know.
Liam Payne's a Virgo.
So is Niall. And then I think Zayn's also a Capricorn, isn't he?
Yeah.
And so is Louis.
Is Zayn's a Capricorn? And tell me that the way that man left One Direction is not a Capricorn. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Is Louis a Capricorn too?
No, I don't think so. I think he's like a Leo or something. I don't know.
No,
That's
his
wrong.
birthday is like Christmas Eve or Christmas.
Oh, he's probably
a Capricorn.
Oh,
Yeah.
is he? Oh, okay. Tell me.
Wait, I just typed Lewis.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Hello. He's a Capricorn.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, his birthday's Christmas or something. I can't remember.
Well, he's a cusp on Sagittarius though.
I think it ends on the 18th or something.
Does it?
Yeah.
Capricorn?
Mm-hmm.
No, when's his birthday?
Oh, sorry. It starts December 21st. His is the 24th.
Okay, so December Sagittarians end at the 18th?
No, sorry. Sagittarius ends on the 20th.
And he's the 21st.
4th.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying Capricorn starts on the 21st.
I see. Okay, well, he's close. Because he gives me more Sagittarius vibes anyways. But
Yeah.
the rest of his chart's probably balanced. But that's what I'm saying. Zayn leaving One Direction, you're telling me that's not a Capricorn man?
None of them are Leos, huh?
No.
That's interesting.
You're telling me that's not a Capricorn? The way he left so fucking bluntly and didn't give a shit about anyone at all?
Yeah, you're right.
If you put those hands on me, you may not have them after.
Yeah, Zayn and Louis are Capricorns. Harry's an Aquarius. Liam and Niall are Virgos.
I don't know very much about Aquarians, honestly. I don't think I've had much interaction with them in real life.
I have read that they have commitment issues.
Yeah.
And that they're really fun.
I was gonna say, I feel like they're very free spirited.
Yeah, and they're super fun to like get along
people.
with and stuff like that. but-
Like sweet baby love
and
child.
they doubt themselves a lot. I've read stuff like that about them.
Yeah. I don't have much experience with Aquarians, honestly.
I think Liam is a Leo Virgo cusp because his birthday's the 29th. So I don't know when Leo season ends.
No. The 29th, so it's the 30th and the 1st.
Yeah, Leo season ends about a week before his birthday. Anyways, who cares?
Well, him being a Virgo makes sense is what I was trying to say.
Yeah. One's a good one, one's a bad one.
There you go.
Okay.
And even then, who knows? Who knows about Niall? Who knows? I'm not saying it. Who knows?
We didn't meet him, but he ran into Drew and he was really nice.
That's true, but again, who knows? I would like to see it.
Did we all see the news that Rihanna is going to be doing the Super Bowl halftime show?
Yeah, I sure did.
I can't wait.
She's coming out retirement for that bitch. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
I know. I saw a bunch of memes saying she's going to have to relearn all her lyrics.
No way. She has that locked.
They're like that she's going to give a 14-minute Fenty Beauty routine.
That's funny. She's been in so many songs with so many huge artists. I'm sure it's going to be fucking crazy.
Do you think she'll bring out Drake?
I don't know. Maybe.
Does she have any songs with A$AP Rocky?
I don't know.
Not that I know of. Huh?
Yeah.
All right, friends. That's going to do it for this week's episode of Two Idiot Girls. Friendly reminder, we are going on tour in January. So be on the lookout for all of that. And we hope you have a great rest of the week. You can find all the audio versions of this everywhere you can stream podcasts, and you can watch the video version on our YouTube channel.
Woohoo!
So we love you, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.